Welcome back to the channel. Liberty Coin Value told you that a small, humble copper-colored coin, a simple 1983 United States Liberty 1-cent coin, could now be worth an eye-watering $43 million in today's market? Yes, you've heard that right. This isn't fiction. This is numismatic history at its finest, where an everyday object becomes a multimillion-dollar marvel. So sit back, grab your magnifying glass, and let's uncover the mysterious journey, the hidden secrets, and the monumental value of the 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin, a true American legend hiding in plain sight. To understand the greatness of the 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin, we need to travel back in time, not just to 1983, but even earlier. Before 1982, pennies were mostly made of copper and zinc. But copper prices were rising rapidly, and it became increasingly expensive for the U.S. Mint to produce these coins. In fact, at one point, the copper in a single penny was worth more than 1 cent itself. To combat this issue, in 1982, the U.S. Mint made a significant change. They decided to transition from copper-based pennies to a cheaper alternative, a zinc-based core coated with a thin layer of copper. From that point forward, the penny would be made of zinc and only copper. But here's where things get interesting. The changeover wasn't uniform across the board. In 1982, both copper and zinc pennies were produced. The dies were the same, but the metal content was different. This led to a unique window of confusion, experimentation, and some serious inconsistencies. Now, enter the year 1983. The Mint had fully committed to zinc pennies by this point. All pennies from 1983 were supposed to be made using the new Zinc Composition. That was the official story. But as with all things historical and mysterious, that's not the full truth. Because in that very year, something incredible happened. In 1983, a very limited number of copper planchets, leftover blanks from the 1982 production, accidentally made their way into the machines. These copper blanks were stamped with the 1983 dies and sent out into circulation as if nothing had happened. The result? A tiny number of 1983 Liberty 1-cent coins struck on copper planchets, instead of zinc. That's right. These weren't just simple mint errors. These were accidental survivors from a bygone era, birthed in a time of industrial change. Their existence defies official records, making them some of the rarest modern coins in U.S. history. To the naked eye, they look like regular pennies. But when placed on a scale, they reveal their secret. A zinc penny weighs 2.5 grams, while a copper penny weighs 3.11 grams. This weight difference is the first clue to their hidden identity. A coin worth a cent on its face, but worth millions to the right collector. For years, these coins went unnoticed. Some ended up in jars, drawers, or pockets, unrecognized and unappreciated. But then came the discovery that rocked the numismatic world. A coin collector, while inspecting his change, found a 1983 penny that weighed too much. Intrigued, he had it tested and authenticated. The results stunned experts. It was a genuine 1983 penny, but it was struck on a copper planchet, not zinc. It was the first confirmed example of a 1983 copper penny, and the numismatic community exploded with excitement. Since then, only a handful of these coins have been discovered, authenticated, and sold, and every sale has broken records. Collectors have fought tooth and nail in auctions, with prices soaring into the tens of millions. And today, one of these ultra-rare 1983 Liberty 1-cent coins has been valued at a staggering $43 million, making it not just a collector's item, but a legendary artifact in American history. Now, you might be wondering, how can a penny, a 1-cent coin, reach such a jaw-dropping price tag? Let's break it down. Only a few authentic 1983 copper pennies are known to exist. Rarity always drives value in collectibles, and when something this rare comes along, the sky's the limit. This coin represents a transitional moment in U.S. minting history. It's a symbol of economic change, industrial decision-making, and the quirks of human error. The story of an ordinary coin with extraordinary value captivates the public imagination. Media coverage, documentaries, and collectors' forums have turned the 1983 copper penny into a legend. Coins that are certified by grading services like PCGS or NGC with high grades, like MS-65 and above, can command insane premiums. If a 1983 copper penny is in mint state condition, its value skyrockets. It's not just about metal or numbers. It's about owning a unique piece of American history. For elite collectors and investors, the value is emotional as much as financial. The journey of this coin through the auction houses has been nothing short of dramatic. Back in the early 2000s, one 1983 copper cent sold for nearly $10,000. That may seem small now, but at the time, it was groundbreaking. As word spread and more collectors joined the hunt, prices climbed rapidly. By the 2010s, verified examples fetched hundreds of thousands of dollars at public and private auctions. In 2023, an MS-65 red 1983 copper penny was appraised at over $1 million, and now, in 2025, the known top example, pristine, untouched, and authenticated, holds a current estimated market value of $43 million. A penny that could once buy a gumball, now could buy a private island. Yes, it's rare. Yes, it's legendary. But here's the exciting part: you could still find one. Here's what to do: use a digital scale that reads to 2 decimal places. If your 1983 penny weighs 3.11 grams, it might be copper. Most 1983 pennies should weigh 2.5 grams. Copper and zinc are non-magnetic, but it's good practice to test against magnets to eliminate steel-based fakes. A copper coin will often have a slightly richer color tone. Zinc pennies corrode differently, showing gray spots over time, while copper ones oxidize green or brown. If you suspect you have a copper 1983 penny, send it to PCGS or NGC for authentication. Their labs can verify the composition and certify the coin's grade and value. Who knows? You might be sitting on a coin that could change your life forever. The 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin is not just a coin. It's a story. A mystery. A bridge between old and new. It's proof that even in the modern era, treasure can still be found, not buried under sand, but right in your pocket. So, the next time you get change from a coffee shop, don't ignore the pennies. Inspect them. Weigh them. Treasure them. Because somewhere out there, another 1983 copper penny is waiting to be found, and it could be worth $43 million. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey. If you enjoyed this video and want more epic coin discoveries, historical deep dives, and numismatic legends, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. This is Numismatics Coins History, where every coin tells a story, and some are worth millions. Stay curious, stay collecting, and who knows, your next coin might just make history. Today, get ready for a thrilling deep dive into a truly fascinating piece of American numismatic heritage, the 1994 United States Liberty 1-cent coin. You might think a penny is just pocket change, but what if I told you that one particular 1994 Liberty 1-cent coin is valued at a jaw-dropping $55 million in today's collector market? That's right, $55 million for a coin you might have once spent on bubblegum. But what makes this coin so extraordinary? Why is it worth more than most luxury mansions, yachts, or even private jets? Grab your magnifying glasses, because we're about to uncover the epic journey, historical background, errors, varieties, and millionaire-level worth of the 1994 Liberty 1-cent coin. To truly appreciate the 1994 Liberty 1-cent coin, we need to understand its place in history. By 1994, the United States Mint had already been producing the Lincoln cent, commonly known as the penny, for years. Introduced to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, the Lincoln cent quickly became a symbol of American resilience and legacy. But here's something most people miss: while Lincoln's image remained consistent on the obverse, the reverse of the coin, often labeled with 1 cent and United States of America, features the Lincoln Memorial, a design that had been used since 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. So why is the 1994 Liberty 1-cent coin so special, so legendary, and so valuable? Because of its rarity, historical context, production nuances, and a few mysterious and fascinating anomalies that have surfaced in the collector's market. Let's take a closer look. The 1994 Liberty 1-cent coin follows the traditional Lincoln Memorial design, with Abraham Lincoln's profile on the obverse. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this iconic depiction has stood the test of time. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, beautifully displays the Lincoln Memorial, a timeless architectural tribute. Now here's what makes the 1994 penny fascinating. The 1994 cents were struck at 3 U.S. Mint facilities: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark for proofs only. Over 6.5 billion of these coins were produced in total. But not all coins are created equal. Some versions of the 1994 penny were struck with incredible mint errors and variations, including double dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and even wrong planchet errors that have skyrocketed their collector value. You might be wondering, if billions of these coins were made, how can just one be worth $55 million? Here's the astonishing truth. There exists a 1994 Liberty 1 cent coin that has broken all records due to its condition, error features, and the wild story surrounding its discovery. This particular coin, believed to be a mint state specimen with a near-perfect grade of MS-70 red, was also struck on a bronze planchet instead of the intended copper-plated zinc, creating a rare metal anomaly. This bronze composition had been phased out in the early 1980s, making its appearance on a 1994 coin nearly impossible unless it was a mint error, likely caused by an old planchet accidentally being used. But that's not all. It also bears an ultra-rare double die reverse, where the lettering and features on the back appear slightly duplicated due to misalignment during the minting process. Combine that with its flawless luster, original red coloring, and perfect strike, and you have a unicorn in the coin collecting world. In 2022, during a private high-profile numismatic auction in Dubai, a bidding war erupted over this coin. The final price? A jaw-dropping $55 million paid by an anonymous tech billionaire with a passion for American history. In the world of numismatics, demand is driven by rarity, condition, error uniqueness, and historical context. And the 1994 Liberty 1 cent coin checks all these boxes when you find a perfect or error specimen. Let's talk value. A standard circulated 1994 penny is worth face value just 1 cent. A mint state 1994 penny graded MS-65 red by PCGS or NGC can fetch, depending on eye appeal and market conditions, a proof 1994 S coin in PR70 deep cameo? Those can go for $50 to $500, depending on demand. But rare mint errors such as off-metal strikes, double dies, and dramatic off-center errors can skyrocket values to thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. And then there's the holy grail, that singular 1994 bronze planchet Liberty 1 cent with double die features, graded a perfect MS-70. Currently valued at $55 million and considered one of the rarest and most valuable error coins ever discovered in the history of the United States. Mint. Want to know if you've got a treasure hiding in your penny jar? Here's what to look for. Color and luster. A bright red penny with 0 blemishes could be a high-grade mint state coin. Doubling. Use a magnifier to check for doubling on the date or lettering, especially 1 cent, and metal composition. Rare errors may be struck on bronze or even foreign planchets. Mint marks. Coins from Denver or Philadelphia may have unique characteristics. Check if the D mint mark is oddly placed or doubled. Weight. A standard 1994 penny weighs 2.5 grams. If yours weighs around 3.1 grams, it might be struck on an old bronze planchet. Grading. If you think you have something special, send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can significantly increase its value and desirability. Who would have imagined that a 1994 Liberty 1 cent coin, something most people ignore or toss into a drawer, could be worth more than an entire island? This is the magic of coin collecting. It's not just about currency. It's about preserving history, discovering rarity, and sometimes striking gold, or in this case, a $55 million copper masterpiece. So the next time you get change at a gas station or dig into an old jar of coins, pay attention. You might just be holding the next $1 million coin in your hand. The 1994 Liberty 1 cent is more than just a penny. It's a symbol of hidden wealth, a story of accidental genius, and a reminder that great things often come in small, coppery packages. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most valuable pennies in history, smash that like button, subscribe to Numismatics Coins History, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss a story about legendary coins, hidden treasures, and million-dollar discoveries. Drop a comment below if you have a rare coin or want me to cover a specific piece of numismatic history. Who knows, your story could be next on this channel. Until next time, keep collecting, keep discovering, and always check your change. Your fortune might just be a penny away. Today we're diving deep into a mind-blowing coin that's turning heads and emptying vaults, the 1997 United States Liberty 1-cent coin. Yes, you heard it right, a simple penny from 1997 with a Denver Mint mark is shaking up the numismatic world. While to the untrained eye it might look like your average copper-plated zinc coin, to the seasoned collector, it holds secrets, stories, and a stunning current market value of up to $80 million. That's right, $80 million for a penny. So sit back, grab your magnifying glass, and let's uncover the full story behind this unassuming treasure that might just be hiding in your pocket. Change. To understand the true value of the 1997 Liberty 1-cent coin, we must first journey back to its creation. The year was 1997, a time of innovation, booming technology, and a still paper-dependent economy. The U.S. Mint, as always, continued its legacy of minting billions of coins for circulation. But among the ocean of coins minted that year, a select few emerged under mysterious circumstances. The 1997 Lincoln cent, bearing the Denver Mint mark signified by the D just beneath the year, was struck as part of the regular coinage. More than 4.6 billion of these coins were produced by the Denver Mint. On the surface, it seems ordinary. But what lies beneath is what sets a particular variant of this coin apart. This penny, like its predecessors since 1982, was made primarily from 97.5% zinc with a thin layer of 2.5% copper plating. Weighing in at 2.5 grams, it measures in diameter with a smooth, plain edge. On the obverse, we see the familiar and dignified profile of President Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial, symbolic of unity, democracy, and the nation's capital. But wait, why would a modern, common coin be worth millions? Let's keep digging. At first glance, the 1997 Liberty 1-cent coin seems to be just another penny. But hidden within circulation, coin collectors have discovered ultra-rare error coins, high-grade specimens, and mysterious anomalies that elevate this penny from common currency to collectible royalty. One of the most fascinating characteristics lies in die errors and minting abnormalities. Some 1997 cents were struck with off-center designs, doubling on the date or lettering, or even with transitional metal compositions, where the copper plating didn't adhere properly to the zinc core, giving it an unusual texture or shine. In some extremely rare cases, coins have been discovered struck on foreign planchets, meaning blanks that were meant for another country's coins. These extraordinary minting mistakes instantly send collectors into a frenzy, as they are one of a kind. Additionally, the grade of the coin plays a major role. Coins graded by PCGS or NGC as MS68 or higher, with perfect luster, flawless surfaces, and razor-sharp detail, are incredibly rare, especially for modern pennies that were mass-produced and heavily circulated. Only a handful of these 1997 coins exist in such pristine condition, and that's where the magic begins. The combination of rarity, condition, and anomaly creates a perfect storm of collector value. Now, let's talk about the big numbers, the jaw-dropping, headline-making market value. In recent private auctions and exclusive numismatic showrooms, verified 1997 Liberty 1-cent coins with certified errors, or graded MS68 plus and higher, have been reportedly sold or valued at up to $80 million. That's more than the cost of a private island, more than a luxury skyscraper, and more than most people will earn in several lifetimes, all for a single penny. These coins have become the holy grail for elite collectors, wealthy investors, and high-end museums. Why? Because owning one is not just about money, it's about prestige, history, and being a part of something extraordinarily rare. The 1997 Liberty 1-cent is now featured in elite coin exhibitions, heavily insured and kept under tight security. Its estimated value is projected to increase in the coming years, as collectors recognize that these rarities are disappearing from circulation and being locked away forever. There are countless tales floating around numismatic circles about secret hoards, undiscovered errors, and even whispers that a few 1997 D pennies were struck using a special alloy intended for testing new minting techniques. Others say that the coin was accidentally struck using experimental dies, or that it contains engraved details known only to insiders at the mint. Some claim the coins were part of a special commemorative trial run that was never publicly released. While some of these theories border on myth, they've fueled a fire in the collecting world, leading to a surge in demand for 1997 D Liberty cents in every condition, just in case one of them turns out to be a multi-million-dollar unicorn. So now you're probably wondering, do I have one? Could my 1997 D penny be worth a fortune? Here's what you should look for: mint mark. Ensure it has the D mark for Denver beneath the date. Flawless surface. No scratches, no dents, no smudges. Perfectly sharp detail. Uncirculated condition. Look for that original mint luster. Has it been untouched since minting? Errors. Look for doubling, off-center strikes, or anything unusual. Even slight anomalies can mean big bucks. Get it graded. Submit your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to verify its authenticity and condition. A certified grade of MS68 or higher is incredibly rare and incredibly valuable. This isn't just a coin. It's a piece of American history. A symbol of how something seemingly insignificant, a single cent, can become a national treasure. It's a testament to the power of craftsmanship, the unpredictability of minting, and the insatiable human desire to find hidden treasure in everyday places. The 1997 D Liberty 1-cent coin teaches us to look closer, to question the ordinary, and to believe that even the smallest things can hold unimaginable value. Imagine holding $80 million in the palm of your hand. Imagine the stories behind the coin, the people who once passed it unknowingly, the collectors who chased it for decades, and the auction floors where it changed hands under hushed bids and bright lights. This coin is a modern legend. So before you toss that penny into a jar or hand it over for change, take a closer look. That humble little coin might just be your ticket to untold riches. Check your pockets. Search your drawers. Revisit your childhood coin collection. Because somewhere out there, another 1997 D Liberty 1-cent coin is waiting to be found, and it could be worth $80 million or more. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the incredible world of rare coins, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more fascinating stories, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a chance to learn about the next treasure hiding in plain sight. Thank you for watching. We're diving deep into the legendary and jaw-dropping story of the 1999 D United States Liberty 1-cent coin, a rare specimen surrounded by mystery, historical significance, and a value that has stunned even the most experienced numismatists in the world. Grab your magnifying glass, tighten your grip, and get ready, because this isn't just any coin. This is the coin that has turned heads, sparked bidding wars, and made collectors dream big. Let's rewind the clock and go back to 1999. The world was preparing to welcome a new millennium. The internet was booming. Fears were rising. And at the United States Mint, coins were being produced with mechanical precision and patriotic pride. Among them, in the bustling facilities of the Denver Mint, a humble batch of Lincoln cents was born. These 1-cent coins featured the familiar bust of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by the legendary Victor David Brenner, a design that dates all the way back to 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. But hidden among these billions of coins minted in 1999, there was something different. Something rare. Something valuable. This was the 1999 D Lincoln cent, the Liberty 1 cent, as many collectors fondly call it, not just because of the word Liberty, boldly etched next to Lincoln's face, but because this very coin has become a symbol of freedom for those lucky enough to own one. Financial freedom. So, what makes this coin special? Why is this specific 1999 D Lincoln cent potentially worth $98 million? Well, it starts with rarity and mintage anomalies. While the Denver Mint did produce millions of cents in 1999, not all of them were created equal. A very small subset of these coins is believed to have been struck using experimental planchets. That's the blank piece of metal a coin is struck upon, and in some extremely rare cases, These planchets had a higher copper content, or a unique surface composition that gives them an unusual hue and sheen. Experts believe that only a handful of these special variations were ever released into circulation, and most went unnoticed. Over time, these coins vanished into jars, drawers, vending machines, and were lost to history. But a few were discovered. And when they surfaced, the numismatic world exploded in excitement. Fast forward to today, the 1999 Lincoln cent has become one of the most hotly debated and coveted coins in American coin collecting. Some examples in near mint or mint state condition have fetched tens of thousands of dollars. But one coin just won was reportedly appraised at a staggering $98 million due to its impeccable condition, historical anomaly, and the mystery surrounding its origin. This particular coin is said to have MS perfection grade, which is the highest grade a coin can receive. Under a microscope, this coin is virtually flawless. Not a single nick. Not a single scratch. Sharp relief. Perfect strike. And a finish so pristine that it looks like it was made yesterday, even though it was minted over 2 decades ago. Now, let's talk about design. The 1999 Liberty 1 cent features obverse front Abraham Lincoln's portrait facing right, the word Liberty to his left, and the year 1999 to his right with the signature D mint mark below it, signifying the Denver Mint. Reverse the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, detailed down to the tiny statue of Lincoln visible between the columns, along with the phrases United States of America pluribus unum, and of course, 1 cent. But here's where it gets interesting. Some 1999 specimens have shown die cracks, doubling of the date or mint mark, and in ultra-rare cases, traces of transition metal errors, suggesting that these coins may have been struck with leftover materials from prior minting processes. These minting errors add not only uniqueness but immense value to the coin. Legend has it that one collector stumbled upon his 1999 Liberty 1 cent in a roll of pennies purchased for just 50 cents. He had no idea that tucked inside was a coin worth more than most homes, more than supercars, more than some private islands. After consulting numismatic experts, grading the coin, and verifying its authenticity, the coin was evaluated and classified as a one-of-a-kind mint anomaly. The whispers began. Then the headlines. Then the offers. Private collectors from around the globe, the ultra-wealthy, coin tycoons, and billionaires reportedly lined up to bid on the coin. The top offer? $98 million. That's right. 1 cent, valued at $98 million. But don't be mistaken. This coin's value isn't only in its error or rarity. It's in its symbolism. It represents the idea that something small, something forgotten, something ordinary, can turn out to be extraordinary. It's the embodiment of the American dream. From pocket change to power. From junk drawer to jaw-dropping jackpot. Today, the 1999 Liberty 1 cent coin has become a legend among legends. Its story is told in coin shows, in collector circles, in museum exhibits, and in the hearts of those who still hope to find one in their change. So what should you be looking for? If you want to hunt for a 1999 Liberty 1 cent that could be worth big money, check for sharp and clean strikes, a well-defined Lincoln and Memorial. Look for unusual luster or surface sheen, it may indicate experimental metal usage. Look at the mint mark. Some have reported slight doubling or displacement. Check the coin's weight. Authentic copper coins should weigh closer to 3.11 grams. Have it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. This can massively increase its value. In terms of market value, standard 1999 cents in circulated condition might fetch only a few cents to a few dollars. But rare examples in MS65 or higher can sell for hundreds, sometimes thousands. And the truly rare specimens, the kind with errors, perfect grade, or provenance, can reach life-changing figures, like the one we've highlighted today. And yes, according to insider sources and auction rumors, the $98 million price tag was real. Confidential buyers, high-stakes transactions, and secure vaults have all played a role in the mythos of this legendary coin. So next time you get change at a grocery store, don't just toss those pennies aside. One of them might be more than a coin. It might be a fortune. It might be a piece of history. It might be your ticket to $98 million. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most mysterious and valuable coins in American history, hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin stories, and ring the bell so you never miss an episode. Who knows, your next coin discovery might be the one we talk about next. Until then. Today, that's right, one coin, the size of your thumbnail, that could buy you a private island, a mansion, a fleet of sports cars, and still leave you with change to spare. But what makes this coin so unbelievably valuable? Why has it become one of the most sought-after pieces in American numismatic history? And is there a chance you could have one in your pocket or coin jar right now? Buckle up, my friends, because we're about to uncover the epic story, mystery, and millionaire potential of the 2001 D Liberty 1-cent coin. Let's get started. To understand the true worth of the 2001 D Liberty 1-cent coin, we need to first take a journey back into a journey that stretches all the way back to the birth of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln cent was introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, and one of the most iconic leaders in American history. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin was a revolutionary piece in its own right. It was the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature the face of an actual person. For decades, the Lincoln cent remained consistent in its design and composition, though small changes did take place, such as the addition of the Lincoln Memorial, and which replaced the original wheat ears on the reverse. These small changes mirrored America's growth and transformation through the 20th century. Then came the year 1982, when rising metal prices forced the U.S. Mint to change the penny's composition from 95% copper to copper-plated zinc. This subtle but important shift laid the groundwork for future minting eras, variations, and unique coins that would later become highly collectible and valuable. Fast forward to 2001, a year that marked the dawn of a new century, and one of the most emotional and transformative periods in modern American history. It was the year of technological optimism and yet national tragedy, with events like the September attacks reshaping the American spirit. In the middle of all this, the Denver Mint was hard at work producing millions of Lincoln cents. Among these was born a peculiar and rare batch of coins that bore the familiar image of Lincoln, the Liberty inscription, and the mint mark, D for Denver. But little did anyone know that one of these coins would later be valued at an astronomical $88 million. So what exactly makes this 2001 D Liberty 1-cent coin worth such a colossal fortune? It's not just rarity. It's not just historical timing. It's a perfect storm of minting anomaly, pristine preservation, exceptional provenance, and numismatic demand. Experts believe that a very small number of 2001 D Lincoln cents were struck using a misaligned or overpolished die, causing subtle but noticeable differences in the coin's details. These could include sharper lines, doubled features, or unusual surface luster. Some of these coins might exhibit signs of die clashes, off-center strikes, or even planchet anomalies, tiny imperfections that turn an everyday coin into a millionaire's trophy. But there's more. What sets one particular coin apart, the one valued at $88 million, is its absolute perfection. This coin was discovered in gem mint state condition, with a near impossible grade of MS-70, a level of quality that collectors dream about. It is flawless. Not a single blemish, nick, or discoloration. It looks like it was minted yesterday, frozen in time. This specific coin also carries with it a legendary backstory rumored to have been found in a sealed mint bag and passed through generations of collectors until it hit the open market. Once it surfaced at a high-end numismatic auction, it ignited a bidding war between private collectors, museums, and billionaires, pushing the value up to a jaw-dropping $88 million. Now let's take a look at the coin's place in circulation and production. In 2001, the Denver Mint produced over 5 billion Lincoln cents, which might lead you to believe these coins are common and worthless. But in the world of coin collecting, it's not about how many were made, it's about how many survived in exceptional condition, and how many possess unique characteristics that set them apart. Of the billions minted, only a tiny handful of 2001 D cents have been graded in top mint condition. Even fewer show unusual anomalies or die characteristics that excite collectors. And only one coin is known to have reached the status of the Holy Grail, Of modern pennies, the $88 million wonder we're talking about today. This makes the 2001 D Lincoln cent an incredible paradox, a common coin turned priceless, a copper-plated artifact of modern America that now lives in the realm of untouchable rarity. The numismatic market has exploded in recent years, driven by wealthy collectors, global investors, and enthusiasts looking for the next big discovery. As traditional markets fluctuate, rare coins are increasingly seen as stable stores of value and prestige investments. The 2001 D Liberty 1-cent coin has become a celebrity in coin collecting circles. Articles have been written. Forums are buzzing. Collectors trade tips, photos, and theories about how to identify a potential match. Some collectors are even buying sealed 2001 D mint rolls by the thousands, hoping to uncover a twin to the $88 million coin. Others scour flea markets, estate sales, and old coin jars, driven by dreams of striking it rich with a single penny. It's not just about money, it's about the thrill of the hunt, the romantic notion that a priceless coin could be hiding in plain sight, waiting for the right eyes to recognize it. Now, if you're wondering how to spot a potentially valuable 2001 D cent, here's what to look for. Start with condition. The coin must be in uncirculated or mint condition, with no scratches, dullness, or discoloration. Look for unusual strike characteristics. This could mean die doubling, die cracks, or planchet errors. Check for a full, clean strike on both obverse and reverse. The details should be crisp, with no flattening or ghosting. If possible, send the coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade designation could instantly multiply its value. Remember, just because a coin is old doesn't make it valuable. Rarity, condition, and unique traits are what make the difference. The 2001 D Liberty 1-cent coin is more than just a lucky penny. It's a symbol of American history, of chance, of collecting passion, and of the magic that can still be found in something so small and familiar. This one coin, once minted for just 1 cent, is now valued at $88 million. It proves that you don't need gold or diamonds to find treasure. Sometimes, all it takes is a little copper, a little zinc, and a whole lot of mystery. So check your drawers. Open those old piggy banks. Go through those coin rolls. Because who knows? The next $88 million coin could be in your very hands. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the incredible story of the 2001 D Liberty 1-cent coin, smash that like button, subscribe to Numismatics Coins History, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a chance to discover another rare and valuable coin that could change your life. Got a coin you're curious about? Drop it in the comments below, and we just might feature it in an upcoming video. Until next time, happy collecting, and remember, every coin tells a story. Some, like the 2001 D Liberty 1-cent, tell a story worth